Coming at ya. Another DJ Treylow podcast for 2017. Probably the day after Valentine's Day, February 14th. Hope all y'all dudes pay for y'all women some flowers or some teddy bears, you know. Valentine's Day was always a chick holiday, man. My special subject today is the history of Valentine's Day, why we have Valentine's Day. I like doing history on holidays, man. I like doing history of Austin, Texas, too. The weather was cold yesterday, man. We had our first little cold spell for February, which is we hit record high heat wave for a while. Gotta forgive me if I breathe a little hard. Just got done doing a workout, trying to get back in shape, man. I've been slacking, man, for like 2 months, man. Just getting fat, sitting around eating up shit, going to sleep. Can't do that as you get older, man. You start having all kinds of problems like acid reflux disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, shit like that, man. You know, when you get past 40, man, all them things start calling you. I think when you get 46, you have to get your annual prostate exam if you're a man. Used to be 40, now they moved it up to 46. Anyways, man, what's going on in Austin, Texas? Local news, man. My baby mama, my first son, baby mama, he's 21 years old. He's a junior, like, you know, after me. Her brother, she has a brother named Daniel. He's in and out of prison since he's been 16, selling drugs, doing stupid shit. And it was trending worldwide because they had an article on him where he got pulled over and he put crack in his butt. And the name of the article was Austin Police Find Crack in a Man's Butt. So just think of the subject matter and think about why it's trending worldwide. It's kind of funny, but him going to jail ain't funny, but the whole name of the article was funny. Apparently he had 16.6 grams of crack cocaine stuck up his ass. You know, like I said, he'd been in and out of jail for his whole life, so sticking drugs in your ass is a normal thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do in prison. I'm just saying, to smuggle shit. So anyways, you know, they witnessed him selling a lot of drugs over there on the east side next to 12th Street. You know, and they did a sting operation on him. They followed him around, watched what he was doing, where he was selling. You had to snitch on him and tell, I don't know who the snitch is, an informant, tell the police about him, right? So they started watching him. They saw him do several transactions. So they sent in the jump out boys. Jump out boys are necessarily a narcotic agent for Austin, Texas. Usually wear black, usually roll in unmarked vehicles, and they jump out the car real quick on you. So they sent the jump out boys and detained them. And they had a dog, but they couldn't find no crack in the vehicle. So the dog was barking and shit. They knew there was drugs, but they couldn't find it because he stuck it up his ass. And when he got to prison, I guess he was worried because, you know, 1 gram of crack is a normal dosage for one person. And you got 16.6 grams of crack cocaine in your body. You can easily die if one of those bags busted and you got exposed. Especially in your anus. That's the worst place to put any kind of drugs if you don't have it properly stored. Because of the fact that your anus, they always say, you know, if you pour alcohol in your anus, you can get drunk 3 times, 4 times faster. But here's the thing, it doesn't pass through your liver, so your body can't filter out the poison. So I wouldn't recommend sticking any alcohol in your ass, man, because you can easily die from alcohol poisoning, man. And that wouldn't be a very fun deal. You'd be super drunk and then you'd be dead. Okay, man. Let me check what local. Oh shit! Here we go with my car tripping again. My car been tripping this week. I don't know if it's an alternator. It's been having some problems, man. I got to take it down to the Hyundai dealership when I get a day off. right now, I haven't had a day off from work. Plus, I got that roadside assistant rental car insurance, so I can always, get rental and then file a claim later and get my money back. But I'm really thinking about investing in getting them little piece of shit hoopty. That way, if my car has a problem or something, my girl can take me to work. I ain't got to worry about all this bullshit about getting a rental car and calling them up and seeing, being out of a vehicle. She can get her own car or whatever if she wants. But it's good for me to just it's going to be my car. It's going to be like a side hoopty. I want a little side hoopty. Weather today is probably around 60 to 70 degrees. It's not as cold as it was yesterday. The sun's out today. It's a nice day. It's a Wednesday. Oh, man. And my phone will load, man. My phone taking a long time to load. You got March coming up, South by Southwest. That's going to be coming up in March, I think the second week of March. So Austin's going to be crazy packed. I can't get this shit to load, man. So I can't even look at local news for y'all, man. Besides that story about my baby mama's brother getting in trouble with the crack. People was cracking up all day on Reddit about that, man. Making jokes. Shit like that. Alright, man. We're gonna give up on that. Because that shit will not load. See if we can get something else to load. This might be a really short podcast, man. My phone is fucking up. I can't load no information for y'all. You give me a second or something. Okay, it's finally starting to load. Sorry for the delay in the podcast. DJ Treylow Podcast, check me out. DJ Treylow Podcast on iTunes. If you got a Android phone, download the app Podomatic, Podomatic. Also, I upload my podcast to YouTube at D Myers, DMYERS 45. So if you miss the podcast, you don't want to do the app for your phone, or you don't want to have an iPhone, you can always go on my YouTube and check out my podcast. I put up 2 podcasts a week. Okay, now we're back to the podcast. That was just a little short advertisement. Valentine's Day is also called Saint Valentine's Day, or the Feast of Saint Valentine. It is an annual holiday celebrated on February 14th. It originated as a Western Christian liturgical feast. Liturgical feast. I don't know what liturgical means, so don't ask me. Feast day honoring one or more early saints named Valentinus, and is recognized as a significant cultural and commercial celebration in many religions around the world. Although it is not a public holiday in any country, so it's not a public holiday, it's considered a holiday though. Several martyrdom stories associated with various Valentines that were connected to February 14th were added to the later martyrologies. Okay, I don't know what that is either. Including a popular hieroglyphic account of Saint Valentine of Rome, which indicated he was in prison for performing weddings for soldiers who were forbidden to marry and for ministering to Christians who were persecuted under the Roman Empire. According to legend, during his imprisonment, St. Valentine healed the daughter of the jailer, Astrius, and before his execution, he wrote a letter signed, "Your Valentine," as a farewell. The day became associated with romantic love within the circle of Geoffrey Chaucer in the 14th century, when the tradition of courtly love flourished. In the 18th century England, it evolved into an occasion in which lovers express their love for each other by presenting flowers. So, what we're in the 21st only goes back to the 18th century when we gave stuff. Offering confectionery and sending greeting cards. And, okay, same thing. In Europe, St. Valentine's keys are given to lovers as a romantic symbol and an invitation to unlock the giver's heart, as well as to children in order to ward off epilepsy. Valentine's Day symbols that are used today include the heart-shaped outline, doves, and the figure of a winged cupid. Since the 19th century, handwritten Valentines have given away to mass-producing greeting cards. St. Valentine's Day is the official feast day of the Angelica Communion, as well as the Lutheran Church. Many parts of the Orthodox Church also celebrate St. Valentine's Day, a bit on July 6th or July 30th. The former date of the Roman Presbyterian St. Valentine, and a later date of honor of hero martyr Valentine, the Bishop Interme. So that's a little history on Valentine's Day. It wasn't really a romantic day per se when it first started. It was really dedicated to St. Valentine's, who was persecuted and sent to jail for Christianity. So if you always thought that Valentine's Day was a day of romance for women and buying them gifts, that wasn't the history of the day. Here's a little bit about St. Valentine's. Okay, let me see where he was born. He became a bishop and was martyred during the persecution under Emperor Aurelian in 273. He's buried in Via Flaminia, but in different locations of Valentine of Rome. I'm sorry. So, doesn't say much about his childhood or how he came into Christianity. Not too much. I mean, the man lived in 273, so there ain't a whole lot of stuff on him, his mom and dad, or how he became a Christian. But he, the day before he got executed, he wrote the first Valentine card himself, So he started the tradition on February 14th. Maybe that's significant for the red and the red heart. I don't know. Maybe that's why you have a red heart, is because he was executed and his name was Valentine. But you got to think, this day lives infamous. There's no other holiday. Well, there's Martin Luther King Day. Remember him. Memorial Day. I would say Martin Luther King and Valentine's Day is the only two holidays where their name is actually stamped on the day. Christmas got Christ in it. It's supposed to be the birth of Jesus. But it's not its actual Jesus Christ Day. So, hope y'all had a good Valentine's Day. Enjoyed it, man. I said, you know what tripped me out yesterday, man, is I was saying happy Valentine's to everybody. And Valentine's Day, man, I've noticed one thing about that day, man. It makes a lot of bitter women, man. A lot of bitter women out there. Because if they feel like they didn't get no roses, or they don't got no boyfriend, or they didn't get a card, or they didn't get a balloon, like all these other chicks, they start getting real jealous and bitter. So me being the guy that I am, I'm a nice dude. I'll go up to him and say Happy Valentine's Day to every chick I see. I went up to this one chick yesterday at work, just being nice. Said Happy Valentine's Day, and she said, "Don't tell me no fucking Happy Valentine's Day. You ain't my man." I said, "Damn." I said, "I don't have to be your man to say Happy Valentine's Day. It's a holiday." I said Happy Valentine's Day to my sister. I say Happy Valentine's Day to my mama. You know what I'm saying? And she said something like, "Well, I'm not white, and you know what y'all white folks do. That's a white thing." So I took that like, okay, is it a white thing? Is it what white folks do? Because she was black, I was white, of course. So I went and did my research. I got a black girlfriend. And I got off of work. You know, she was lounging at the house, whatever. I asked her, I said, "Hey, let me ask you a question. Is saying Happy Valentine's Day to your mama or your sister a white thing or a black thing, or is it anybody thing?" And she told me, "I called my mama today and said Happy Valentine's Day. And I called my sister today and wished her a Happy Valentine's Day. So as far as it being a white thing, I'm black. So that bitch don't know what she talking about." Well, she didn't say that bitch. I'm sorry. If the girl hears this podcast, she's going to be mad at me. She said that chick doesn't know what she's talking about. So here's the key, man. Before you just jump to it's a racial thing or a stereotype, do a little research, man. You know what I'm saying? And when you do use stereotypes, use the right wording. Like whenever I experience something from a certain race or certain cultural things I run into, be careful to say some or most of the ones I encountered. Use that dialect so you don't get labeled prejudiced or racist or stereotype person. See, if you say some of the white people do this, or most of the black people that I've met done this, it's correct wording. You know what I'm saying? So that way people don't say, well, that's not all black people, that's not all white people, it's some. You know what I'm saying? And here's another thing that will even save you from more stereotypes, which people don't like to do because people tend to generalize a lot in conversations. Be more specific. Say, I had 3 girlfriends that were Hispanic in 1995 that like cooking tacos. Well, that's kind of racial anyways. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I couldn't say that. To me, that sounds racist. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Somebody might get offended by that. So, I don't know how you would say that without being racial. Or you could just say, not Hispanic, you could just say, I had 3 girlfriends. Because then you're classifying Mexican food with Hispanic chicks. You know what I'm saying? They might take offense to that. So, it just depends on the person and how touchy they are that day. I've noticed a lot of people, like even that girl last night when she said that's a white folks thing and white people say Happy Valentine's Day to their mom. Maybe she seemed like she was a little upset. Maybe she didn't have a boyfriend, or maybe her boyfriend didn't do nothing for her for Valentine's Day, or maybe no guy bought her anything. So she was just taking that animosity out on me because I was trying to be positive and wish her a happy Valentine's Day. And that's what people do a lot of times, man. They vent if they're angry about another situation. They tend to try to take it out on you. Here's another thing, man, people do. It's a trip, man. Some people when you offend them in a moment, instead of lashing out back at that moment, they savor that shit. They save that shit for 3 or 4 days later when you've already forgot about the whole situation. And then they try to be sarcastic or say something smart or fly back to you. And you have no idea why they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if it's a horoscope sign. I believe a little bit in horoscopes, but I don't know if it's a horoscope thing or just a personality thing or what. But I know women tend to do that a lot. Not all women. Like I said, you can't be stereotypical. But women tend to, if you say the wrong thing to them one day, they really, really pay attention to your conversation. They'll hold that shit in and bring the shit up like 2 weeks ago. Like, you said I look fat in that dress or some shit. I'm like, what? That was like 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, say, for instance, yesterday on Valentine's Day, you know, I was being nice to my girlfriend, bought her some roses, some flowers, shit like that. But she didn't want to dress up in nothing sexy, you know what I'm saying? She had her hair kind of like in a bandana, had this big old robe on, had some kind of Noxzema shit on her face, you know what I'm saying? Just relax and shit. So, you know, she got all sentimental about the roses and the teddy bear and wanted to give me a hug and all this shit. And I wasn't really feeling like giving her a hug, you know what I'm saying? Because she wasn't sexy, you know what I'm saying? To me. I know that's messed up. I shouldn't be saying that, but she wasn't sexy. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if I got to go to the store and buy you roses and candy or teddy bear or whatever for Valentine's Day, at least get a little jazzed up, put on some makeup, and you know, wear something sexy. You know what I'm saying? So when I do give you that shit, I'm turned the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? I want to hug you. I want to kiss you. And that's what I don't get about these females, man. They'll go out with their friends, all dressed up, sexy as shit, and some fly ass shit. Titties all mashed together, ass all tight, some thong and shit, some nice ass, sexy ass short dress. You know what I'm saying? Makeup all done right, hair looking good. They'll go to the club looking fly as shit. For all these other dudes to sit up there and drool all over them and be like, what's up, mama? Can I get your number? Da-da-da, this and that. Knowing damn well they got a boyfriend at home. But then when they get home, they want to lounge around in these big-ass, loose-ass pajamas and shit. T-shirts. Oh, the fucking Noxzema and shit on their face. Hair's not even done. And then get mad because we ain't trying to smash every day. I'm like, man, G yourself up. You go G yourself up for all them stranger-ass dudes that drool over you in the club. Then when you're at the house, G yourself up for your man. That's what I'm saying to these females out here. G yourself up for a man. Dress like you did when you first met him. And when you first met him, I'm telling you, these women look fly as shit. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like fishing. It's kind of like, I hate to say it, but it's kind of like fishing. They dress themselves up like a spider or something. Dress themselves up all fly and sexy and shit to get you hooked. And after they feel like they comfortable and got you hooked, all of a sudden you see this different person come out and they ain't looking sexy at all. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, damn, what happened to the chick I hooked up with when I met her at the club that night? You know, when do I ever see her get dressed up every day? All you do is lounging around the house, laying on the couch watching VH1, talking about, yeah, that nigga ain't shit, or that dude ain't shit, whatever. Wasn't, and, let me see, there's no cars to park. Saying all this shit on the couch, and you ain't even dressed up sexy for your man, and then you talk about He out there fucking hoes, doing his thing and cheating on me, bitch, girl. He ain't shit. Men ain't shit. They dogs, girl, and all. And look here, you dress up sexy and some fly shit. Like, man, when a man comes home every night, have some dinner cooked, have you on some lingerie, man, have some candles going, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And turn the dude on, man, where he like, damn, girl looking good as shit, I'm ready to have sex. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion, man. I'll just put it out there, man, for a lot of y'all ladies that just feel like men are neglecting you, or men ain't giving you the attention you need. You should try to do something to catch his attention, you know what I'm saying? To make him feel like, you know, this woman look beautiful, man. I hope my damn car starts tonight when I get off, so I ain't gotta call a motherfucker up to get a jump. This damn car right here, boy. I might park it right there. E from here to this podcast. Sometimes he listens to my podcast. Yo, E, might need a jump tonight. Might need to help your boy out. Damn, could parallel park like a motherfucker, and I thought I wasn't gonna get it. Parallel parking is hard for some people. Alright, man, I'm boring y'all, man. I know y'all probably like, who the hell is this podcast, man? I'll let y'all go. It's February 15, 2017. Check me out. Peace.